I am very sore and stiff from sitting still for so long, but this is it. We are doing The Quiet Man, Blessed Silence, hard, for Extra Life, raising money for kids who need it. And we have this set up to record. We are in hard mode. Let it not be not known. We're in hard mode. If you do not know this game, by the way, I just need to check one thing real quick. Alright, if you do not know this game, I was making sure that my nephews were no longer watching, because this is not a game for my young nephews to be checking out. So, if you do not know The Quiet Man, it is a bad game. So, we are going to go Blessed Silence. Time begins as soon as I click this thing, and then we are into it. Ready, set, go. Alright, so we're going to start off with a cutscene that's going to seem like any other really poorly acted cutscene you've seen before. And you know what that is? Very poorly acted and bad. That's what we are going to have right here. And then, luckily I could Alt-Tab out so I could adjust the sound a little over here, because this is a touch spicy, because certain parts might get a little loud even though it's real quiet. So I just want to have it set up correctly. So The Quiet Man it's going to start with a bad cutscene. It is a bad game. It is not a good game, but I had a donation milestone. I forget the exact amount. It might have been like $16.25 raised for Extra Life, would have me make an attempt at this world record. This is the only one I have not ran since I learned about pinballing. By the way, I have not played The Quiet Man in a couple months. Jefferson Red Eye, I did that for you. No, I did for my sanity, but I know also you don't want to be verifying another one of my runs. Jefferson Red Eyes is the super mod for The Quiet Man and tends to be the one who verifies my runs, having to sit through and watch this abomination. And the only one worse than the other categories is this category, because it just gets dead silent and very bad. But we're doing this for charity. We're doing this for the kids as Seattle Children's. If you have a chance, definitely donate. And if you're watching this VOD later because you're like, ooh, a Quiet Man world record attempt, I gotta watch that. Well, if you're watching this VOD later on, what is wrong with you? But also, you could donate to Extra Life using my information. It's extra-life.org/participant/Heponwana, HEPONWANA. You could donate all the way through New Year's Eve, the end of New Year's Eve. This game does have a little bit of swearing, but it is after 9 o'clock, so we are in the adult time, which is a really stupid games that happen throw in the F-bomb and really cheesy bad violence. By the way, for those who are watching this after the fact, I have been in this stream for over 13 hours and let's see, we're at 1854. I have been doing this very long. I am so tired. The only break I had was to do a little commentary and sit down watching when Buzzer Yum Yum came in to play a little bit of Castlevania Bloodlines. So I am exhausted. And we're about to say goodbye to audio. And instead we just have these underwater fish noises. Let's see how well I can play this while dead tired. Ugh, I am sniffly because of allergies, but also earlier I did the one chip challenge. So on top of being tired, my gut is killing me, and every part of my body is saying I have made mistakes. All right. Into the house we go. Oh, this is... I have made mistakes. And this is one of them. Ending the one chip was another one. This thing is pain. So much pain. Every time I burp, it feels like I am burping battery acid as a gas. It is spicy in my body. I love the options menu. It's my favorite video of all time. I sit there and watch it every night. I mean, honestly, if you're not watching the options menu every day, what are you doing with your life? You're just not living it up. I have not done a Blessed Silence full run in so long. This is going to drive me mad. Reminds me of first time I played this was for Extra Life. Whatever year this came out. It is a long time ago. But I ran this for that, and it was something. And away we go. Alright, and then open this door. And now we are not going to touch anything for a while. Excuse that flash as I toggle to a different window because I noticed my chat wasn't on top, and we want to make sure my chat is on top for this. Oh, this is a bad game, and we're going to just ride through it. Oh, I hope you like a lack of dialogue, because there is going to be a severe lack of dialogue right here. Oh, but it'd be good if I turned on subtitles, right? There are no subtitles. But wait, Dane, our main character, his name is Dane, in case you don't know. I call him Wish.com's Leonardo DiCaprio. He looks like Wish.com version of Leonardo DiCaprio from, way back in the Basketball Diaries, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, or especially for me, I think of the Growing Pains era of Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes, you probably all forgot or never even realized that Leonardo DiCaprio was in Growing Pains. You know, the Alan Thicke vessel of power, if you want to call it that. I don't know what to call it, but is a sitcom, however you want to look at it. So, right here, Dane is deaf. That is why we have no audio. It is a horrible attempt to get the audience to appreciate the main character's position in the world. Brilliant. I know. Absolutely brilliant. Except it's not. Because Dane can read lips. Dane can also sign. And there are some scenes without Dane in them at all having dialogue, which means they are dialogue for us, the audience, not for Dane, the character. And therefore, with him being able to understand, also he could talk and he can sign. So when he signs, no subtitles for it for us, even though we're supposed to be in his perspective. When he speaks, and he does speak, no subtitles for us, even though we're supposed to be in his position, appreciating him. Isn't that bonkers? 1 second. I realized I could actually mute myself if I need a cough right now because Buzzer is not currently here, because normally if I mute myself, if Buzzer is sitting right there, then her mic will still pick me up coughing, so me coughing and turning off my mic doesn't do too much. But since right now she's getting a well-deserved rest, it's all on me flying solo for this horrible, painful, horrible thing. Oh, definitely eating that one chip was a bad move. I do need to eat that gummy bear. It'll probably come up instead during breakfast instead of during the banquet of shame, which already passed. It will probably come up during the breakfast of champions, which is going to be gummy hot dogs, gummy bacon, a Hatch chili flavored soda, and we're going to have to add the world's hottest gummy bear into that, because I could not rightfully do it with this, with the one chip challenge, because, well, I didn't realize I have my green chroma key on, so this has a lot of green on the package that you're just not seeing. But that one chip, oh, that thing is, it's painful. Let's see the ingredients. Blue corn, sunflower and or softflower oil, Carolina Reaper pepper, Niga Viper pepper, sea salt. So the entire flavor of this is ghost chili and Reaper, which is a heck of a flavor. Remember, if you ever do the one chip challenge, on one hand, it hurts for a while because it just tears up your gut. I don't mean literally tears it up, but you kind of have a pain that lingers for a bit. It's also very unpleasant the following day. You know what I'm talking about. You know. I'm going to throw in the world's hottest gummy bear on top of that fire. But also, make sure if you do eat one of these, wear gloves. Because what gets on your hands is bad news. Like really bad news. You don't want to eat the chip and then, I'm tired, I'm gonna rub my eyes, and then all of a sudden you're like, and I'm blind. I'm in more pain than I could ever imagine. I also wear contacts, so even if I wash my hands repeatedly, any of that lingering, I take out my contacts, next day I put them in. Oh, you feel that burn the next day. I also have a bunch of habaneros on hand, so if anyone has ideas of how to handle those habaneros, let me know. Whether it is doing something with this stream, or maybe do you just want to encourage me, be like, hey, you should make some jerk chicken or jerk pork coming up? And it's like, I hear you on that. Because jerk, it's so good. I've got some pimiento wood, actual wood chunks, that throw those onto the barbecue with, jerk pork, jerk chicken, whatever. That smoke flavor of the pimiento, the allspice wood, there is nothing like it. It is unbelievably good. Speaking of unbelievably good, not this game. This is not unbelievably good. This is bad. Right now, I really wish I was doing about anything else, because it's not a good game. But it was a donation milestone, and we gotta get those milestones fulfilled. Just like Extra Life goes until 8 a.m., which would be a 25-hour stream. But we, because of generous donations for the kids at Seattle Children's, for care and cures and treatments and help and assistance, we are going until 11 a.m. That means starting at 8 a.m., going through daylight savings and having 2 1 a.m.s in there. And then going to 8 a.m. and then going, no, we keep rolling to 11. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like this, I love Extra Life. It is, for me, the equivalent of Christmas. It is so much fun. I'm doing something that's really important for a great cause. Right now, we are, by the way, at 1832. Our next milestone is... Actually, it's not telling me. Corgi costume capers. If we get to 1875 before this stream ends, we're going to put Iroh in a costume, because he has some Christmas costumes. So, if you have the inclination to see a Corgi in a costume, hey, that was a pretty good time save. So if you want to see a Corgi in a costume, you know what you gotta do. Donate some money. All the money I raise goes directly to Seattle Children's. This is all money going to the cause, for a good cause. It is an amazing cause. And Seattle Children's is a great hospital. I work for them. However, my daughter was taken care of by Seattle Children's. I also was a patient there as a kid. And here's a big thing about like my daughter's treatment. We have benefited from this type of charitable cause because we had invoices literally for over $1 million worth of surgery for a single day's worth of surgery. You ever see an invoice like that? Let's just say the only thing more frightening than seeing an invoice for $1 million in medical care is going through, sitting there, waiting, in just anxiety during the time that was earning that $1 million. And our invoice was forgiven. We did not pay anything, and we really benefit from this type of charitable cause. So I'll just say, this is always personal to me. Well, personal for the last 6 years. Prior to that, it was all for fun. I've been doing Extra Life for 11 years. The first 5 is all about the fun, because just staying up, like the first couple years I did it with friends, which was really good. However, over time that changed, and I do it with Buzzer. Buzzer joins me for a good amount of it. Hey. I always do appreciate Buzzer being there for a good amount of it. This poor guy getting beaten up. And I kind of like doing it solo also because I do a lot of speed runs. And by the way, this scene just sucks. This is the only scene in the whole game where it's like, this isn't a bad scene in the typical way. This is just uncomfortable because it's child abuse. No. But back when I did Extra Life with friends, it's a lot of fun. Couldn't really do speedrun stuff. Of course, back then I didn't do speedruns. So it's a little... I like the going solo thing. I do miss hanging out with friends for it, though. I highly recommend anyone who wants to do Extra Life, do it with friends, do it solo, whatever works for you. Having at least somebody around definitely helps you keep your sanity, because 24 plus hours is a long time, and if you're in a daylight savings area that's going from daylight savings to standard time, or standard daylight, whichever way it goes. I always forget which one's which, especially when I'm this tired. But if you're doing it in one of those areas, it's 25 hours, and that could be long, so definitely have somebody around to keep you some company. For a second, I was worried one of those guys survived. I've once had one survive there. And I ended up losing a bit of time. By the way, count the number of stars on this flag. Too many? You're used to 50? That's 96 right there. 96 stars and 13 stripes. You know, celebrating states like New York, West Dakota, East Dakota. There's, South Carolina, North Carolina, and now Carolina. Also, New Florida. Just as bonkers as old Florida, but now it's new. Alright. We are almost done with input for this chapter, which is good, because, oh boy, this chapter. Alright. We got creep on a phone call, and then we are going to run to the right, and then we're going to just pretty much set our controller down, grab our beverage, and enjoy this glory. But yeah, if you have the inclination ever do Extra Life, it is a great fun time. There's so many ways you could approach it. For me, I always try and approach it with games that are short and completable, because I like to have a bunch of little complete events. So I played through Celeste, did a speed run, got a PB that cannot be uploaded, which is horrible. But some program took priority away from the game at one point, so the screen went out for a few seconds, and I probably don't want to submit that because it's probably not that verifiable now. And then I had, because the game completely cuts out for like 2 or 3 seconds, and even though it's a pretty bad speed run of it, it's an hour 36, which my hour 41 puts me at like 4,000th place or something. All right, we're done with moving for this. It probably moves me like 3,400th place, but it's not a good run because of that. I know what I got. I could feel proud of it, but it's not verifiable. However, I did also get a speed run of Deliver Us the Moon, which should be a PB. Moves me up. I'm still 4th place on the leaderboards, but it should move me up just a little bit. I need to retime it, do the load removes and all of that, because we manually do load remove for Deliver Us the Moon. There is no auto splitter for it. I really wish there was, because I died twice, which meant there are 2 extra loads I have to remove. And that's math and frame counting and blah, 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 blah. So that's going to be a little frustrating. And then, but I did get a PB on that one. If I get a PB on this, it'll be cool. But yeah, I like doing little, little self-contained full game experiences. It's a lot of fun. That way the audience gets to have the full experience. If you can only watch for a couple hours, hey, you're all good. If you can only watch for 2 hours, hey, I've got full game for you to see. We did Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. That was like, I think 3 hours long. We got the best ending, more or less 100%, almost. I think there might have been, there were hats we could get from the daily challenge and the infinity train. But outside of those, I think we got all of the hats. We tore up every document, got the good ending, had the secret super boss fight, and we even got to watch the bad ending of me blowing up the nuke by hitting it with my shovel repeatedly. That was cool. I mean, I like having these little self-contained. Before playing this, played one of the greatest games, at least in my opinion, that ever came along. It is a short hike. A short hike is this brilliant... Dude, I don't want your creepy dead bird. Short hike, though, is this really, really cool, like, exploration game that ends on kind of a somber but happy note. And, it's a good reminder of family and having family in our hearts, even when we're not next to them, while also discovering the joy of just getting lost in the woods. I mean, it's personally how I like living my vacations, is what a short hike is, which is, I always say, let's get into trouble. That's what I like to do on a vacation, get into trouble. And that just means go walk, go explore. Get a discovery pass type thing, or whatever you call your pass for state parks, so you can park in them wherever you want. Grab one of those for whatever state you're going to, and then just look for signs that say state park, pull in, and get in trouble, Anyways, that's what a short hike is like. Opposite of this is like, what if we just dragged out a point that really, really needed to end? Anyways, I'm rambling so much right now because I have been streaming for... Let's see, Extra Life has been going for 13 hours, 42 minutes, and 52 seconds. I have been playing this game for, about 27 minutes, and I have actually been streaming in total for 13 hours, 46 and a half minutes, because I had started up the stream before I actually started Extra Life. Get some entertainment going, some music going, hey, we're starting up the stream screen. Ooh, I ate a 1-chip challenge. I'm going to keep harking on that because, oh man, my gut is spicy as can be. I've had some technical issues during this stream. I also did some Playdate speed runs. So yeah, we pulled out this little buddy of mine. I love the Playdate. I do some speed runs on it. We did the King's Dungeon, which I'm actually next Saturday, because I don't do enough charity stuff as it is. 2 days ago, I was in Speedrun Ragnarok, which is held by the RPG Valkyries. They're still going today, but I think it ended about now, or it's ending real soon. But Speedrun Ragnarok 2023, raising money for Take This. Also, next weekend, though, I'm going to be playing the same games I did there, which is Island and the King's Dungeon, both on the Playdate. I'll be doing that for Fastest Furs Fall Fest 2023, and they are raising money for the Trevor Project. I mean, so many good causes. This is the time of year with all the charity stuff that's really good. Like, I also did Game Over Cancer. the 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it's 3ish. I don't even remember. What is time? What is time but a miserable pile of secrets? But enough time, have at you. But yeah, Game Over Cancer raised money for a Canadian cancer charity. By the way, let's see how long we can linger on this establishing shot. We're at Club Moonrise, and we are really going to know that very well because this is going to go on and on and on. So, what I was going to say, or what I am saying, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm rambling. See, it's still lingering on that. It will not end. This is the most agonizing part of this whole run is Blessed Silence right here. We get these long establishing shots. Super long. Yes, we get this is what the club looks like. We are just establishing the shot right here. We have established this shot for over a minute now. And then we're going to have piano playing with no audio. None at all. Like, this is agony. And then when things start going fast and frantic, we don't even get to control it for the beginning of the fighting. I mean, this game, seriously. But anyways, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. I am so sleepy right now. I normally go to bed around 9:30 because on a weekday I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I am an early riser, so 9:30 I should be asleep by now. In fact, a lot of times I'm aiming for 8:30, try and get a full 8 hours, but nope. This is past my bedtime for the most part. Even on weekends, it's not like I could just turn off my wake up early mind. Also, we have a corgi who wants us up by 5 every day, even weekends, so doesn't help things. So, I mean, this is me being up late. I've been at this for almost 14 hours, over 13 hours and 47 minutes. Just doing the extra life thing, but that's good. You're not going to hear me complain about that. Extra life is fun and awesome and great. Oh, yes, we get it. Mom wife is dead. I might call her Mom wife. Both characters played by her. In case you don't know this game, you haven't seen my runs before. I'll call him, Wish.com's Leonardo DiCaprio, because he looks like a knockoff of Leo DiCaprio. See, it's Mom Wife. And then there's also Cop Dad we're going to see a bit. I mean, we've already seen him a little bit. And spoilers, we see him right there. Cop Dad, somehow the bouncers at this club that are ran by Tay. Tay is your friend from earlier on. Tay runs this club. He runs pretty much a crime family of sorts. And somehow the bouncer at this club, where all of his muscle hangs out, did not bother to stop the guy in a black robe and a crow mask. I do love the Weed Man. Weed Man is great. I mean, look at my splits right up above. Who's in the background of the splits? Weed Man. By the way, why are we not fighting right here? But Weed Man is fantastic. Soon we're going to be playing. Soon. I swear, we will be playing at some point. Not yet. We should be. Oh, let's see. It has been almost 5 minutes since the last chapter, or about 5 minutes since this chapter began. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. And we still have not done anything. Almost 5 minutes, no button inputs. We're going to start up right before 5 minutes in. Ready, set. Actually, a hair over 5 minutes in since I hit my split. Yeah, over 5 minutes. We have some people call it focus mode. Some people call it I win. I like calling it I win. I'll also call it Super Saiyan mode, because when you look at the controls for this game, the control menu is stupid. It looks like somebody going Super Saiyan. Just and energy pulling off of, or piling off of them, flowing off of them, pouring off of them. I don't know words. I'm sleepy. I've been at this for 14 hours almost. All right. Let's do this and dance, and let's do it good. All right, that fight is done. All right. And then Dane meets his greatest enemy, his rival for the rest of this game. Who might be? Would it be this guy in the mask? No, it'd be this cattle prod. Because he's stupid enough to grab the tip of it. Don't do that. That's stupid. Bad Dane. Bad Dane. Dane, you did bad. See, you always do bad. Actually, I love the fact that he gets blamed for this, and yet he gets blamed by Cop Dad for this. And it's like, how is he responsible for this? Everyone's stupid in this. She's equally responsible. She saw 2 kids fighting over a gun and didn't go like, get down or something. She's like, hey, I'll just let Dane run up to them waving going, hi friends, hi. All right, pointless parkour. And my favorite character in this whole game is coming up soon. Even more than Weed Man. Yes, we are talking about Bold Guy Parkour is coming up. That went a little weird. All right, good deal. Time for Bold Guy Parkour to come up. First, we have a little load, but that is not a new chapter loading. That is one of the few times you get a load screen mid-chapter. Well, not mid. We're pretty much done with this chapter after the next fight. I love Bold Guy Parkour. Bold Guy Parkour.
My thing on.
Well, they'll hear you a little through mine. Mom's dead parkour. Mom's dead parkour.
I'm gonna get a little nap. Arrow's behind you. I set my alarm to get up at 11:30.
All right.
Do you want some hot water?
Talk to me in a minute.
At least it's not the bouncer.
Oh, this fight went horrible. Okay, good. this chapter's effectively done. So, tea, you said?
Do you want me to put some hot water on, or do you want to try a protein coffee drink that has caffeine in it?
No protein coffee. If you want to pour me some tea, that'd be fine. Don't just put on the hot water, but otherwise, if you want to just grab me another seltzer, that wouldn't be bad.
I'll just get you a seltzer then. I'll get the hot water going then when I...
We'll have tea for spooky midnight.
That's what I meant. I'll grab some, and I'll make sure to get some black tea.
By the way, coming up after this is going to be spooky midnight. You know you all want to attend for that one, because that'll be actually good stuff. Unlike this, which is horrible. That last fight went really bad because every once in a while Machete Guy will clip me just a little, and if you're too close to one of the boundaries of the fighting environment, you don't have iframes. There are no invincibility frames in this at all. So if you get hit, the way you get where a hit doesn't just instantly kill you is to make up for no iframes. You get pushed back by every hit. But that Machete Guy, if he gets you close to the edge of the area, he'll hit you and it'll count multiple times. And so I was kind of stuck in there where one or two of the hits counted twice, which... Oh, hey, we got a
Great
donation.
job, Kevin. Thanks for all you do for this worthy cause.
Thank you so much for donation. And let's see, I think I know who it's going to be. Thank you so much from the Wirtz family. Fantastic family. And they do a lot of good also, so always glad to have you watching and supporting. And that brings us up to
Oh no.
$2,032. We are getting close to our goal of $2,250. By the way, we also owe Corgis in costume.
Oh.
You want to get him dressed up real quick before you get your nap?
Yeah.
Because we need a little Corgi costume time. But thank you for donating. Always glad to have you watching and supporting. And that was a really good split. We're going to get a world record on this complete dumpster fire of a game. Oh, I hope you're all ready for a world record of the worst. Yeah, let's see. I want to say we're looking, I can't do the math because I don't have the split set up correctly. The right side is not showing correctly. But, oh, here we go. More of... Okay, that went into the final hit way too quickly there. So I'm trying pinball, and it's not really letting me pinball all that well. So pinballing is when you don't just instantly go for the final hit on these guys. Alright, I got a little extra hitting in. Alright. So pinballing, and forgive me if I ramble and I bounce all over subjects, because I've been streaming. The stream's been live for 14 hours and 2 minutes, and this marathon officially for me has been going for 13 hours and 59 minutes. Oh, hopefully you can all see back there a corgi crocodile.
This doesn't want to stay on him very well. Oh, he's terrifying. He does not like it at all.
Well, Iro, this is for the kids, dude.
He is really confused.
Hey, Iro.
I'll have my phone in here to take a picture. Okay, you want me to take it off?
Well, leave it on for a sec. Well, I got at least one picture. Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, honey, you need to have this on.
okay.
Okay, that's gonna happen.
Okay, we might have to get him into a different costume later on. We don't want to torture the poor guy. But that was our Corgi in costume. We'll try and get him back on in costume a little later. Maybe see if a different costume helps him kind of settle in a little bit better. But he is a good little boy. Oh boy, that went very quick into the... Okay, I need that yellow guy out of here. Alright, that wasn't too bad right there. And now we're going to have another mini boss fight. And unfortunately, little man doesn't really care for the costume. He never got used to them like our previous two corgis. Ein and Bear were a lot more used to them. Iro hasn't worn them nearly enough because we didn't have time this Halloween get him dressed up. Normally we like to have him dressed up for Halloween, but we will definitely try to get some good corgi looks in. Corgi costume time. So let's go ahead. Look at that little man right there. I'll try and get a little more of him costumed up later on, but there he is. Or the look that says, "Mom, do I have to wear a costume? I don't want to be a crocodile." But he is a good boy. He is a good man. Speaking of good, this cause is a really good cause, and I just want to say thank you for everyone who has donated. Thank you to everyone who has been watching, working, supporting, chatting. Thank you for everyone who... Oh, there is a carpet shark right behind me. So if you don't know what a carpet shark is, he left. Iro loves going on the ground on his back and just flopping around, going like... Okay, there we go. A little bit of a cutscene. He'll be on his back like... And he'll make noises where he goes... And he looks so weird, he'll start biting the carpet. And we just call him a carpet shark because he looks like some weird, like, fish out of water. Ferocious, but incompetent. Like, it's adorable. I am so rambly right now. But we are doing good. This run is going pretty good. And we are aiming for a world record on this. I think we could do it. Oh, Carpet Shark is back in here. Oh, he had just flopped on the ground. Hopefully he's a little on camera. But I have to be more in line to be ready for this fight. This fight isn't the worst in the game, but it can be a little bit sketchy depending on things. There we go. Once we get the I win rolling, we're all about winning on this. Boy, that was going weird. Okay, there we go. Iroh is just laying there, looking kind of sad. You could touch this down just a little bit, get a little more of him in frame. But he's finally hanging out in here. He has been hiding away almost the whole time. Probably didn't help that we started with some pretty bad storms in the area, and he is sensitive to the noise of storms. Alright, a little pinballing. Alright. And they're down. And now the guy who I always call the Make-A-Wish winner. I call him that because it seems like it's the only time they use this character model, and it feels like somebody would have said, hey, all I want is to be in a video game. And fortunately, they ended up in this video game, which was not a good one. But it's pretty much the only time at all this guy shows up in this is right there looking like a mini boss, but he doesn't have any, purpose in this. He doesn't have any story, any setup, anything like that at all. And now, the final fight in this area, this chapter. And boom! I feel like I didn't kill one of those. It feels like there were 3 guys. One of them I didn't defeat. Don't know what's up with that. Oh well. So, at this point, I'm going to plug my phone back in. I am so sleepy. But at this point, we are done with this chapter. I need to move forward again because I'm going to have to hit the split on this real soon. Or actually, probably not for a while. This is kind of a long, drawn-out one. So we're currently on pace for a 2-minute 10-second. And let me see what my record is for this one. By the way, we're going to do a lot better than 2-minute 10. So my PB, my personal best, is 2:13:06. And the world record is 2:07:49. And as a milestone for this event, I swore I would try one attempt, no resets, to get this world record. I feel bad. My nephew was really enjoying watching me do speed runs and always wants to see me go for new personal bests, new PBs, new world records. And this is, on one hand, up past, I think, past his bedtime or past his screen time. And on the other hand, this game is very inappropriate for my nephew. And this game is very inappropriate, period. It is just inappropriate. But, it is what it is. It is saying I am proud to say I am good at this horrible game. So Cop Dad I also will call Wish.com's Michael Chiklis. He looks like Michael Chiklis. You know, the commish, the shield, the thing. but a knockoff version. Almost like Michael Chiklis and Bruce Willis stepped into a transporter together, and instead of like Jeff Goldblum and a fly turning into a fly man, no, instead it is Bruce Chiklis, which is something for whatever it is worth. You have to love this. He knows what he's saying. He knows. But no. Oh, it just goes on. It just keeps going on. It never stops. Oh, all right. Now we're going to get a scene that's extra on the ridiculous side. While we're doing that, I'm going to enjoy something good. I had some of these earlier. Draft beer flavored Jelly Bellies. Well, somewhat good. They do taste like stale beer. They taste a lot like if you had a beer that you opened last night, forgot about it, and the can just sat there, and in the morning, actually, not morning, it goes even longer, around like 1 p.m., you notice it and you go, hey, I'll give that a... Ugh, I'm dumping that. That's what this is like. But because I've only had a little bit of food in the last, well, since getting up, I've had a real good sandwich wrap. Probably about half an apple, the one chip, a gummy mac and cheese, a pickle soda, an apple slice covered with Carolina Reaper and blueberry hot sauce. Real good flavor, nuclear hot. Not as bad as the one chip, but it's enough where, like, your mouth just burns. Also, if you breathe it in, it is like breathing in flames. But I haven't had all that much, so... Oh yeah, and I did have a protein snack, keto-friendly snack bar cup thing. So after I beat Isaac in the next chapter, I will have to run away for like 1 minute to hit the restroom because I've been drinking way too much caffeine and way too much seltzer and pickle soda. Yeah, I had a pickle soda. It tasted like very sugary sweet dill pickle brine. Pretty good, to tell the truth. Outside of a couple pieces of Halloween candy, this is the first candy, well, this and the mac and cheese gummies, first candy I have had since, like, before June. I think I had some Easter candy, but I've been on, like, a fitness kick lately, so... Oh, we've got a donation. Thank you, whoever. Let me pull up and see. Nicole, thank you so much for the donation. Much appreciated. And that brings us even closer to our ultimate goal. We are now at 2082. Our goal is 2250, but when I say 2250 is our goal, I don't mean that's where we end things. I mean that's where we go, yes, we're doing great, let's keep it going, because that's what it's all about. It's all about helping the kids at Seattle Children's. Care, cures, treatment, diagnostic tests, diagnoses, and just making sure that also the parents have good peace of mind, because hospital bills are frightening. I've said this before, I'll say it again. I've seen from Seattle Children's a surgery bill that was over $1 million on the invoice. And that was for 1 day of surgery. And this thing, it was like yay thick. I'll just say it was not a surgery that was one anyone really would want to see happen, if that makes sense. One sec, we're about to hit the split. Split. Now. Thank you. So, it was a very thick, very, very nasty invoice, but it was very well done. I mean, Seattle Children's did fantastic work. It was a very messy situation, and it was amazing seeing that invoice entirely forgiven. And that is part of why I do Extra Life, is I know what it's like to be the parent to see that invoice get forgiven and removed. Because that is a horrible invoice to see. We wait for it to fade to black. So having been there, for me, this is always an important cause. Seattle Children's does fantastic work. I don't just say that as an employee of them. I do work for them. And a lot of awesome research going on, a lot of awesome stuff going on. I work on the research side, so I don't see the patient side all that much. But awesome cause, awesome place. Also, real cool, real cool place to work. Real cool science going on. And I am a science nerd. Okay, that pinballing went a little fast. Wow, that guy. Okay, I want to save a I win for this guy right here, because he is bad news. He can slam you to the ground. It doesn't do much damage, but it eats up a lot of time to get back up. I've also seen him clip out of bounds, and here's a challenge. If anyone clips out of bounds, you are soft locked and the run is done. So we want to avoid that at all costs. All right, let's take this guy out. Okay. I didn't even see the nasty guy go down. Boy, these guys are... Those guys were getting chippy on me. So part of the challenge of playing on hard is you don't regenerate life, really. On easy, you could regenerate life some. Alright, keep taking these guys on. Not the best fight there, so here's a fun thing for if any of my work-related friends are watching. You all know what this is. It's a high-pressure gas cylinder. If that happens, that's bad news. If that happens, it also doesn't have gasoline in it. I always loved that one. Not enough people who typically watch my speedruns know about all that much about high-pressure gas cylinders, because why would they? And it's baffling how okay, RNG room coming up. It could be 2 green and 1 yellow is what it's supposed to be. Let's see what we have. 3 green! That is pretty good luck right there. Because that yellow, as you've seen, the machete guys are typically bad news. That was pretty good RNG. So that room is the only room in the game that goes completely random on who shows up. It is supposed to be 2 green and 1 yellow. Sometimes you'll come in and find 2 live guys and a dead guy on the ground. Somebody already dead. Like, that room is fun and silly. Alright, so this is Isaac. As soon as we finish Isaac, it's 3 rounds of fighting him. I have a long cutscene so I could run out for about 1 minute to hit the restroom because I have been drinking so much of the caffeine and I am still rambly. Alright. Let's do this. If all goes well, this goes real smooth. If all goes bad, he won't give me the counterable hits, and I lose a ton of time. So, let's see how this goes. Oh, we are in the weeds now. There we go. Isaac is being nice, at least for round 1. Now we just keep beating on him. Round 1 done. We want to see that pretty much 2 more times. But I have had Isaac be a jerk, especially in round 3. If he's a jerk, you cannot really get him until you dodge and counter one of his attacks. Makes it incredibly tricky. By tricky, I mean him just not behaving it's infuriating. You start losing your cool because you start looking at your times just ticking up while you're like, just let me counter. That is a good counterable attack. Thank you, Isaac. And if you're like, why is it so smoky in here? Remember, this place is on fire because of that gasoline kept in a high-pressure gas cylinder, which, what? Round 2, done. 1 more time. 1 more, and I could run to the restroom because, I've been drinking a lot of seltzer and a lot of caffeine. and I had a soda. Like I said earlier, I'm on a health kick. Like, I've been trying to lose weight, and yeah, haven't done soda, haven't done candy. I'm going to hit the treadmill like mad. Oh, are you being my buddy, Isaac? You know what this means? Are we best friends? Did we just become friends? Isaac just became my best buddy. I'm going to hit the restroom. I will be back in like 1 minute. Enjoy this horrible cutscene with no audio. Look at that. It's like I never even left. That is what you call fast. Alright. So, once again, we are raising money for Seattle Children's. This is Extra Life. And this is so far a pretty good run of this horrible game. I have been rambling about all sorts of things, about how good Extra Life is, about my appreciation for Seattle Children's, about how I've been on a fitness kick and I'm now eating candy because I am so tired and delirious. And we're 14 hours and 30 minutes into this event. We have a total of like 28 hours, so we are halfway done. And coming up after this, at midnight Pacific time, so about an hour and 33 minutes from now, spooky midnight, stale beer flavored Jelly Belly, spooky midnight. Because of donations coming in from all you wonderful, beautiful, amazing people, we are looking at 3 spooky games. One of them's a little on the short side. All of them are relatively short. I mean, because we're not looking for things like, Resident Evil 8. You know, we're not looking at saying that should go for like 20 hours. Or 30 hours, or however long those are. I don't play Resident Evil games. We're looking for self-contained, small stories so we could play through from beginning to end. One of the games is supposed to be about an hour 30 to 2 hours. One is, I believe, about 45 minutes, and one is only supposed to be about 20 minutes. But we're not looking for long. We're looking for impact. We're looking for spookiness to really just drive it home. And it's also, we're not looking for games with like combat, at least not traditionally. Combat and the ability to lose usually sets it up where you end up having a game that is frustrating instead of scary. For example, Outlast. Outlast started as such a scary game, although I hate games with resource management of you have X amount of batteries for your night vision camera. It's like, I don't want that type of thing. That is not fun. Outlast has that, but also Outlast has another thing that is meh. And the thing that is meh is Outlast has this part where you could die that you're in a basement trying to fire up a generator. And you could die during it. And you're running around trying to hide from this thing that's trying to kill you. And I ended up just dying repeatedly over and over. And by the end, I was just so fed up with it. I wasn't scared. It's just like, oh, come on, just let me get to the end of this and fire up this stupid damn generator already. And that, not what I want from a spooky game. Instead, if there is a chance for losing, I actually found Palmyra Orphanage to be really good at having a losing condition and still being scary, because you could be caught, but it's hard to be caught. Instead, you feel like it's easy to get caught and die. But instead, it's hard to, like, it's easy to avoid being caught. And because of that situation, you're on pins and needles the whole time, like, oh man, I'm going to lose. Oh, here it comes. But instead, you make it through scared the whole time. Or another good example, unfortunately, the ending of this game was trash. But God's Basement was another good one where there was a point where you could be caught. But for the most part, it was just about the illusion of it. Layers of Fear is one of my personal favorites because of how it was spooky with no chance of dying. Other good ones, Detention and Devotion, both from Red Candle. Those are both amazing. You can lose, but it's pretty easy not to. And the whole time, you are just sweating from the fear, the horror of it. So tonight we have some games that should be pretty good. There was one I was thinking about, and I want to take a look while this is going on. It should be in my library. I don't know how. There we go. Oh, yes. This is... Ooh. Ooh. Is this what I think it is? So there is a real good one I might throw in as an extra. It is 1 hour long and might actually be a better... It is spooky, but incredibly well made. I forgot about this one. Oh man, we're doing this one. We're doing this one. Ooh, we are so doing this one. Cause this was historical. Okay, I'm excited about a game we're going to be doing later. I'm going to save it as a surprise. Let me copy. All right. I need to go my Google Drive. Change out from that Google Drive. I am in my work-related Google Drive. I don't want that one. I want my personal Google Drive. And we are going to the spooky games. And we are going there. That is 60 minutes long, I know for a fact. I played it before, but Buzzer has not. And therefore, Buzzer needs this one. This will be good. Alright. By the way, it is so warm in here right now because my computer is just a furnace. So that's part of the reason I've been drinking so many seltzers is my computer is nuclear hot. Yes, this cutscene is still going on. Like, this cutscene will not end. And you're like, well, how much worse can it be? Well, we're about to have a car ride of Cop Dad talking to us and us looking out the window, so we don't even know in character what he's saying. And in real life, we don't know what he's saying because no subtitles. And no audio. So, this just keeps going. So watch this and tell me if you think this is a smart use of a cutscene. Also, they're doing the Uncanny Valley people instead of real actors, which, why don't you have actual actors in a scene like this? It's literally in a car. You could just film them in a car with green, green backgrounds around them. So you could just superimpose later, moving city. Also, you'll notice sometimes the background seems to be going backwards, which they're driving backwards right now, which is interesting. And because it's the creepy Uncanny Valley, Cop Dad's eyes are occasionally just going to glow. Watch his eyes. You'll see it come. Just wait for it. It's coming. I mean, you have to, look for silly, stupid things, because it's the only thing that keeps you sane during this. Right there! His eyes just glowed. Kind of red. And here I am, just eating my stale beer flavored. Oh, hey! Hey, Iron Lord. Thank you. Yes, on top of this being Extra Life, it is also my affiliate anniversary. Ooh, his glowing eyes. And, yeah, got into being an affiliate 3 years ago during Extra Life. And it's still going. Oh, congrats. Congratulations. Whoa, and I am on pace for world record. Yeah, it's good to see you stopping by. And yeah, I'm glad that you're still, you're streaming still. I don't stop by too many streams anymore for the most part. I've just gotten way too caught up in too many things going on. But it's always great seeing your streams. I'll work when I get a chance. Because, you're just a good guy. You take care of those around you. I always appreciate that. But, yeah. Almost forgot, affiliate anniversary because it's Extra Life time. Oh, okay, that was... Yeah. Good man, I work when I'm able to stream more than I should. Yeah, working is what I've been really doing a lot lately, just because the times I can get a stream on, usually it's okay, I'm doing 8 things in the background. I'm having cook, I'm doing some chores, I'm doing, doing whatever it is that needs to be done. And it's luckily streams keep me sane during that, having you know, pretty much feeling like I have company. But yeah, it's like, it is so hard to be able to get into chat anymore. Oh, I did not want to use the I win up there, because these guys in the suspenders are the worst if you're not in I win mode. I love how his shirt is soaking wet, though. It's like, why is it wet? But yeah, it was 3 years ago that I became affiliate because of wonderful community, and Extra Life was able to help out with that. And I don't do much in terms of, you know, regular streaming anymore, but I still love having the, you know, the honor of being an affiliate and having like emotes and stuff like that, because just having the emotes is always fun for the little bit of flair, a little bit of flavor. I was about to say flavor and flair, and I go, a little bit of flair. It has been a late stream so far. We are 14 hours and 41 minutes into this stream, an hour 25 into this game. Heck of a journey. Gotta get some sleep soon. Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, happy affiliate anniversary to you too, Iron Lord. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing, because your streams are always good, like always good, positive. You know, it feels like you would rain hell down on people who treat those like garbage. And you know, you just keep things, you know, good and positive and all of that. And I'm just rambling because I am so sleepy right now. But yeah, thanks so much, and hope you have a good sleep. And I will try and catch your streams coming up. And man, I am rambling. I don't know how I'm going to get through the next 13 hours and 18 minutes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Or is it that? I don't even know if I'm mathing correctly. Yeah, I think 13 hours and 18 minutes. Man, I am... At least Spooky Midnight comes up next. So Spooky Midnight will get my brain firing on more cylinders than this game, because this game is bad. This game is the worst. But, yeah, it's... One thing I am glad about is back in the day, so I've been doing Extra Life for 11 years now, which is great. I love Extra Life. I love the cause. It's now personal for me. It used to just be for fun. It's now far more on the personal level. But I love Extra Life. I have enjoyed it for 11 years. But I used to do it primarily on YouTube. I didn't start doing Twitch for it until 3 years ago. Before that is YouTube. And what was so bad is YouTube, the chat always was dead. Like, everything felt so dead on YouTube. Where Twitch has issues, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Twitch, it's like Twitch has a lot of issues. But YouTube, oh no. There we go, get the suspender guy. All right. I thought this guy was dead. Now he is. That was silly. So YouTube, it's a lot better for hosting videos, but the live streaming, the community aspect always felt so dead. There was like you don't have the emotes, you don't have like the cheering bits, the subs, like you don't have that kind of communal like hype type of vibe. You don't have the hype trains. I mean, hype trains are a perfect example. I don't really, I'd say to anyone out there watching, if you're like, hey, should I subscribe to Hep and Wana's channel? And guess what? No, don't. Save the money. If you want to spend some money to show me support, throw the $5 to an Extra Life donation. That is so much better to me. I don't need the money. I stream for fun. I am fortunate enough with my career where I have the time to stream some, but also I don't need to, I don't need the streaming to really add to my income. In fact, if I, even my best months with like earning money on Twitch, it's not really all that much for me. Because I mean, I was pulling out a paid day, a payoff, whatever you call it, from Twitch every like 2 to 3 months, depending. Like I never got huge numbers, mainly because I play weird esoteric games like this, speedrun like playdate games. I mean, a speedrun on this little thing, it's an awesome little thing, but it is something else. People. For speedrunners, people want to watch retro games or brand new games. But they want to see the new blockbusters. They don't want to see King's Dungeon, Island, Electhead, Below the Ocean. And it's a shame because those are all freaking amazing games. But it's okay. But if somebody wanted to support me, I'd say put those $5 towards Extra Life. That's going to make me feel really good, and that's going to help out some people who really need it. So it's like, I'm always good with that. That is awesome. But I do like, that sensation of the community that builds around it. Even with follows. Follows are great, because you could subscribe to someone or ring the bell for notifications on YouTube, but it doesn't have that same feel as the follow list on Twitch. Like on Twitch, it all just feels more vibrant. Even if some of it is just phony because of like Amazon, parent company, like just hyping up certain things, whatever. It's still phony or real, it still feels really good. It still feels like there's a lot better of a community. Almost like with Twitch, there's a great community in spite of Amazon owning it. It's almost like a bunch of people come together and go, hey, I hate my job, but I love the people I work with and would do anything for them. All right, Babcock, man bun, don't mess with me. Also, when I said, it's like when people say I hate my job, but I love the people I work with. I'm not talking about me. I like my job. My job's fun. There are certain parts where I want to pull my hair out, but if you have a job where there isn't some part that frustrates you, you're living in a fantasy. Or, hey, more power to you. You're retired because you won the lottery. Okay, let's see how bad this goes. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Babcock. I'm hoping one cycle. glad he straightened his tie right away, because, oh boy, that was a pretty good Babcock. That's a good man bun fight. Celebrate with a beer-flavored Jelly Belly. No alcohol in it. Anyone who does a full Extra Life, doing the full 8 a.m. to 8 a.m., or like me, longer, if you're adding alcohol in, I don't know how you do it. But also, then again, I'm in my 40s, so yeah, I'm in my 40s. Maybe when I was in my 20s, maybe, but that probably would have been bad. I mean, you feel already kind of hungover doing this because you're up for so long. Your body's like, dude, you gotta sleep. So we've got a long cutscene right here. And then they're going to change up all of our moves, which is awesome. Let's change your moves for the last, like, 2 fights of the game. You're going to have new moves. Awesome. Oh. Alright. Alright. So, what was I rambling about? I'm not sure. I have been streaming for... My stream timer is at 14 hours and 55 minutes right now. My Extra Life timer is at 14 hours, 51 minutes, 43 seconds. I have been playing almost this entire time. The only time I wasn't playing, except for running to the restroom or running grab a seltzer, was making an Americano while Buzzer was doing a little Castlevania Bloodlines, and then sitting and watching Bloodlines and reading chat while she was playing. Wasn't the longest game of that. But, oh man, I have been at this a while. I'm just going to say the worst part is my behind is sore. I have a nice comfy computer chair, but no matter how comfy it is, I am sitting for so long. I have been seated most of the last 15 hours. Normally during a day, I am trying to get in as many steps as I can. Like, I am normally hitting up on days where I don't go into the office. So on days I go into the office, I will walk close to 8,000 or more steps just for work. Because my work's kind of cool, where I could get around a bunch of different buildings in a somewhat large spaced out campus. A lot of space to walk around, to check on things, take care of things. So I make sure I get my steps in. And when I'm at work, I'd rather, instead of, if somebody has an issue where they're like, hey, we need this checked out, instead of going, hey, could someone take a look at that? If I'm on site, it's like, I'm going to go look at it. I'm going to get those steps in. And it's been helping my health so much, because I've lost, let's see, doing some math, because math hard. I have lost, like 26 pounds, I think, since the start of June. In fact, it has been, I think it will be 5 months on Monday since I started trying to be mindful of my weight and health. And I have dropped my blood pressure considerably into a healthy range from an unhealthy, quite unhealthy. And I have dropped my weight about 26 pounds. I have also gotten a home gym since then. So on days where I don't go into the office, if I can't get a good long walk, like my favorite thing was recently being on vacation at the ocean. On the Oregon coast, I would walk like, I got one day somewhere around 35,000 steps, I think, which is like, I walked, I think, 13 miles or so. is awesome. It was so good. Like eating all of this really rich, good food, and I'm losing weight during it because I am just walking, enjoying the ocean, the beach. But on days where I can't do that, I've got a treadmill. I will hit the treadmill for like 60-ish minutes, try and get about 4 miles walking at a 10% incline. So typically going 4 miles an hour or faster. A lot of times I'll go up to about 4.2 or 4.5 miles an hour for about 60 minutes straight, 10% incline. So that one gets you working hard because it's a good uphill walk. And then recently got a home gym, so I will hit that for like 20 to 30 minutes in a day, mainly doing upper body, a little bit of legs, but with the treadmill, I'm doing legs so much. So instead, I'll be doing like, lat pulls, I'll be doing, butterfly press, I think, or whatever you call this. I'll be doing some, chest presses, I'll be doing some curls, all sorts of things to just get my muscles nice and sore. In fact, my arms are real sore right now because I did a lot yesterday. Want to get a lot of extra exercise in because I knew I was going to be quite sedentary. I mean, at some point during this, if I really get super tired, I'll probably run to my treadmill and take like a 5-minute break just to treadmill for 5 minutes, get the blood pumping. But yeah, I like doing some good exercise every day. It feels real good knowing I'm doing something a little healthier. I am just rambling, aren't I? Oh man, I am rambling so much. This stream has been up for 15 hours now. If this was a regular Extra Life stream, it's like, hey, we're well over half done. I mean, heck-a-rooney, in 1 hour we will be like 2/3 done. But it's daylight savings, so no. It goes for 25 hours. But I added 3 additional hours. It goes for 28 hours. So we are still more than 12 hours away from the end of this. And then I looked at the time going, wait, how is that? How are we more than 12 hours away, but it's almost 11 right now? How does that work? And then I was like, oh yeah, there's 2 1 a.m.s coming up, isn't there? Yeah, it's 13 hours to go, and it ends at 11 a.m. 13 hours to go. That's a lot of time. And we're going to get a lot of good games in during that time. I might play, what was that called? Let me pull up some names of some games I was thinking about. Not the spooky ones, but some other games. I was thinking Jusant. I think that's what it's called. It might be like Jusant. It's the new game from Don't Nod, all about climbing a mountain. It's really cool. It looks really groovy. Also, I might do an airport for aliens currently ran by dogs. It's also thinking maybe Genesis Noir looked kind of a cool game. All right, finally. Hey, guess what we're doing? We're playing the game finally. I like how he has a gun all of a sudden. I don't know why I wouldn't go for anyone else. Thank you. That one felt like it went longer than it should have. But I have an I win saved up. And an I win is what I need at the start of this fight to rush into ending it. Oh, excuse me as I burp up my one chip again. Like I said earlier, I had a one chip challenge. Later on, I'm going to have the world's hottest gummy bear. I don't know if it's actually the world's hottest gummy bear. Like, I don't know if there's something that, keeps track of that, like a proper authoritative source. But it is like the world's hottest gummy bear, in title at least. Like, in product name. Alright. We are at the end game now. I start off not holding anything back. I don't know what that was. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before. He went back into defense. All right, there we go. So, this is it. That's it. We should have won, right? And everything's great. Game is done. And oh no, Dane's been shot. Oh, he might still be alive, right? He might still be alive. I mean, I hope he's okay. Oh, he's dead. He's not. Instead of being dead, he's silly. Oh. Oh boy. But we are going to get we've got like so we are on easy world record pace right now. So this is cool. By the way, this part right here is always great when you have the dialogue, because he's like, pretty much going, she says saying like, oh no, your mom sounds nice or saying like that and goes, you are her, and shows the picture and it's like, you play piano, she play piano, you are her, here's her picture. And she's like, not running away going, what is wrong with you? Speaking of running away, yelling, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with Dane? I like the look on Dane's face. It's like, oh, come on, this is stupid. So fun fact, this game actually was meant to have like some story background element dealing with Egyptian mythology. About Horus. Horus is like the god of vengeance or the afterlife. Not the afterlife, but like saying about Horus, people can be brought back and seek vengeance from the grave. We want to try and get these guys as quick as we can. Problem is, these guys don't always spawn right where we would like them to. And we can't run, we can only hobble. And this just goes on for way too long, as you can see. And now, stomp on the gun, flip it up in the air like it's a skateboard, doing mad skate tricks with his gold pistol. Alright. Now we fight him. Alright, Tay is done. Alright, we are close to the end. You're probably like, hey, you beat the final boss. What else is there? Nope. Because this is the game that refuses to ever stop. Alright. I am so sleepy right now. I love, he's yelling, and right now, Cop Dad's like, oh, I'm almost dead. Oh, just need peace. Who's yelling? What the? What? I can't sleep to my death with like that kid yelling. Don't tell me that's my kid I have to beat up. Yes, it is. And so here comes, out of all the inexplicable things in this is about the most. Here it comes. This mask coated in blood and whatever, probably brain matter at this point, and she kisses it. Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, lady? Oh. Well, once this is all said and done, if only not for Reclesis, I would have every Quiet Man world record for actually ran categories. Sadly, Reclesis, he took the Quiet Man, normal, any percent. He just by like 21 seconds, but it's a great run. I mean, honestly, I'm glad to see that Reclesis started running the Quiet Man, because I mean, it's always great seeing more people running a game. And Reclesis came in and it's like, I want to just learn how to do this, and had a normal any percent run that was unbelievably good. In fact, the single quickest of any category, because it used to be my hard any percent was the quickest. But that one, it was like 42 versus 8 seconds slower than Reclesis' normal any percent, of which, more power to Reclesis. You know, that's a great run. And even had a little bit of some temperamentalness from some of the bosses, because I'm the one who had the joy of verifying that run. But it was a real fantastic run. I say, you know, it's always good seeing runs get pushed. You know, you always want to see world records get improved, even if it's not your world record. You know, if you lose out, you're not losing out. It's the community that's growing, because speedrunning, one of the best things I love about it is a community-driven thing. It's not, at least the runs I do, the categories, games I do, it is... Boy, took you long enough. But at least the categories I do, and the games I do, it's all about community vibes. Break that stick. But it's all about community and just being good and all of that, which is fantastic. Dane's arch nemesis is about to die. Oh, Dane has won. Time's coming up real soon. That is the first sub 2 hour full category Quiet Man run ever. At least as far as has going to be up on SRC. That is the only time I have seen a sub 2 for holy. And I am so sleep deprived. That's how you get good at this game. You play when you're feeling at your worst. The one chip challenge is tearing my guts apart. I have been streaming for 15 hours and 15 minutes. My stream timer is actually 15 hours and 19 minutes. Yeah. I'm sorry, Jefferson Red Eyes. I'm giving you a run to verify. But it had to be done. I put it out there as a milestone incentive for getting donations because I want to raise money for the kids. Through Extra Life at Seattle Children's, we are going quickly turn our volume here all the way off. You're like, why turn it off? There's no volume to begin with. No, we get a song at the very end. And what is that song all about? Copyrights. You get a copyright strike. I am gonna... I am getting a picture of that because that is amazing. I feel great forever. I'm putting this on the social medias. Oh, but we're on quiet mode right here. If you have never seen this before, Imogen Heap does the final closing song. And anytime I've had this uploaded without muting it, it becomes a copyright strike. For this song, it's a horrible song. I don't know Imogen Heap's music all that much. Buzzer does. Buzzer likes Imogen Heap's music. Buzzer does not care for this song. Because it's a really bad song. It's stupid. Oh. Oh, boy. Oh, I feel good about that one. That was really good. Oh, boy. That was just a good run. I am really happy with how that turned out. Okay. Oh, okay. So coming up is going to be Spooky Midnight, but we're going to go through the credits because we need the stinger at the end of this. All right. I'm just looking at a couple things real quick. So we're just enjoying this until the song stops, then we could turn on music and get the final part of the full experience. Oh, hold on. We gotta get that sound back on. All right. Oh yeah, there is no post on this one. All right. I just want to put up here real quick. There we go. I just wanted to put up on Blue Sky and Twitch that I got that world record, because try and encourage people to stop in and join and watch. So anyways, this is wrapping up The Quiet Man. Let's stop my VOD.